Gotta find the perfect balance between long enough and not too long.
Oh yeah.
It is difficult. Like trying to shag a sheep in the rain with no gloves. I should
Who
stop
does
with the
well?
sheep shagging jokes. Ah, fuck stickers. Carbuncle. Why? Not even involved in the fate, and Carbuncle's like, yeah, we are. Little Sparkle Rat's very fighty. I don't know why the Sparkle Rat's so fighty. Take this. Okay. Do a thing eventually. Take that, rats. Maybe that's why he's so fighty. He can be there can be only one. And they're not sparkly enough.
No, they're not.
Dots. Dots everywhere.
Alright.
That was a butt whooping. Alright. Back this way. I like that the armor for the Vera is lingerie and bondage gear.
Not much better for the archer.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
At least I get plate. I
Like
plate.
the archer, I think it's the worst of it. But I know other jobs can equip the same armor. It's just a cutscene. I knew you'd return. Ishtola delivered several hiccup a bit ago. Tales of your heroic deeds precede you. The rest came shuffling back too, a lot of them sporting the same haunted expression. It's me who's to blame for that. That and the rest. Oh, I'm a jackass. I was once a serpent reaver. A thrall to the Sahagin and seven hells. Reavers may look and sound and act like pirates, but they're not but the fishback's flunkies. Us pirates ain't much for laws, but there's some things we won't do. We got a code, see, but the Reavers never followed a word of it. A few years back, they started snatching law-abiding Lamintians. I'd only just taken my oath when our captain bent the knee to his new Sahagin masters. I knew I had to get away. So I crept off one night, got myself a new name, and found myself here, Summerford Farms. Trouble is, secrets don't stay secret for long round here, and word soon spread, all the way back to the sea. The penalty for desertion is death, and the Reavers offered me a way out instead, my freedom in exchange for me mates. The letter, don't know what I was thinking, Snot. I wasn't bloody thinking, too busy soiling myself. Should have worn your brown pants. Aye, but you got there in the end, didn't you? When the fuck, shit, bug in my eye. Cunt. Okay. My eye is not a place to land. Why do they always go for that?
I don't know.
Aye, but you got there in the
Maybe
end,
'cause
didn't you? What was that?
maybe because it's shiny.
Maybe. When the time came, you made the right decision. The men say little to me, but I hear 'em talk about how you stood up to the Reavers at the last, of how you tried to give your life to save theirs. Be that as it may, no deed however good can atone for the crime of betraying your brethren. I know that too, that's why I'm going to hand myself over to the Yellow Jackets. I bring shame to the farm no more. You'll hear no argument from me. Each man must sail according to his own moral compass. Just hope yours guides you back here someday. There'll be always a place for you at Summerford, lad. And I'll always be in your debt. And I owe you a debt too. Now, once have you let me down, thank you for saving the men on my farm, blah, 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 later on, tell the guy, do stuff. Yes. I guess those are pointier bunny ears. I know those are the, like, racial leggings. Oh, they're metal. Metal pieces. I thought kind of looked like torn pantyhose.
Oh, it's a knittle bondage gear.
Yes, metal bondage gear. Heavy metal. I'm just going to teleport back. Or return back. It's easier that way.
Limsa laments. Whee!
Just a pop here. And then a pop to the aft castle. Or just go to the drowning wench. There's a thing
Where is
here.
the drowning winch?
There's the lift. You can take the lift or you can take the thing to the aft castle. That's Hawker's Alley, so the lift is this way.
There you are. I'll follow you.
So the lift is this way. To the drowning wench, yes.
Alright, this place.
Yes, this place and this guy.
Whoa, turn around.
And cutscene. Bloody hell's life on the farm ain't quite how I pictured it. I hate the way they talk. But you didn't worry yourself, oh young Severin Yellow Jacket, as hands out the punishments as good brain. The Yellow Jacket as hands out the punishments is a good mate of mine. If I ask him nice, I reckon he'd be willing to commute the lad's sentence from angling to keel hauling. Or angin to keel hauling. Kindly gent that he is. Okay. I'm only jesting with you. I see he's treated fair. That sounds like you've done everything else Delwyn asked you, and more, justifying me generous finders fee in the process. Much obliged, lad. Can I have money? For a reward, well, she's a lonely lady, this drowning wench of mine. How'd you fancy keeping her company for a spell with free room and board? Venturing's a trying business after all. Them as don't rest their bones every now and again tend to end up with broken ones, and take it from me, fighting ain't nearly so much fun when you're nursing a shattered arm. Got that good. There'll always be a free bed for you, so make use of it. You can bang all the sluts you want. Not that you'll have much time for lying around, what with all the levs you'll be doing. Oh, did I mention I'm putting your name down for levs? Our guild draws a manner of clients offering all manner of jobs. Honestly, you'd be amazed how folks pay for avoiding doing honest day's work. Just give name a shout whenever you feel like making a few extra gil. She'll always have some task or other for you to do. That is a brown cat. Something, mayhap that's what Limsa needs, though. On rough seas, sometimes you have to rock the boat to ride it. We'll have plenty of time for such talk when you're well and rested. Until then, enjoy the wench's hospitality. I will take a fancy new hat.
Yes.
You have access to crap.
At last, I'm free.
No, you're not. How do you
Oh,
fare,
how do...
Manny? Rested and ready to expand your horizons? Well, then I've got an idea of where you might try heading next. Have you heard of the Skylift out in the middle of Lanosia? If you ever visited Woe Whisper Canyon, then you must have been up and down the thing at least once. It's that big bleeding scaffolding thing attached to the descent. You've likely seen the lads and lasses out there using it to all cargo up the cliff face, odd labour that, and I hear they could use an enterprise and soul to pick up odd jobs that no other bugger has time to deal with. Track down the head of operation, bloke by the name of... and he'll be sure to put you to work on a task or two. Ugh. Just ugh. Guess I might as well go unlock the Levs of Switch perch. Greetings, Manny. Vaderon has been most effusive in his praise of your accomplishments. Have you considered putting your abilities to use for the adventurous guild by undertaking a guild level 2? Guild levels are the means in which we document requests for assistance from the citizenry prior to assigning them to adventures possessed of the necessary skills. From battlecraft levs that require extermination of monsters to tradecraft levs that ask for the creation of goods, the tasks we term lev quests are many and varied in their nature. Should your interest be piqued, I'll exposition you to exposition. I hurt. Oh my god, it's a Hrothgar. It's a giant kitty man. That's the second one of those I've seen. Okay.
Oh.
Now I definitely want to go and do the level 10 quest for my job before I get too much.
Yes. I'm gonna go find mine.
Deeper embroiled. There we go.
I
That's
got
not the
Wake of
right way.
Destruction.
Ease. I forget what that is, actually. I'm going to assume it involves hitting things with an axe.
You'll be correct. For my previous one, I had hit rocks with my axe, which you should never ever do.
No. I think I need to go and harass goblins.
Oh.
Time for your next lesson is upon us. You're keeping well, I trust. The occasional brisk walk. One cannot form sound thoughts if one fails to maintain a sound body. Now, assuming you've been following Kylea's instructions, you should be ready to face more dangerous threats found in western Lanosia. I speak of roselings and wild jackals, and yes, I would have you vanquish 3 of each. 'Tis the perfect sample size. The first acts as a preliminary test case, the second to test your hypothesis, the third to perfect the tactics you devised. Speaking of which, I trust your savage strategy will consist of more than simply flinging ruin over and over again. You'd be wrong. You are not the novice you once were, and your skills on the field ought to reflect that. If you find yourself wanting for other approaches, consider the efficacious combination of ether flow and energy drain, which you don't have anymore. Those are removed abilities. For fuck's sake. When timed appropriately, you can do nothing because you don't have these abilities anymore. Square Enix took them away but forgot to correct my dialogue. Everything you do has been oversimplified. Because people are too stupid to do more than one thing at once. Ow.
That is why I'm going to enjoy
Vanilla WoW.
yeah.
I really... Like, some things needed to be streamlined. I'll be the first one to admit that, but the constant dumbing down of things that we get in a lot of these games is just...
Ridiculous.
It wears on me. Like, you might as well be able to start the game at max level. And have an auto-win button. I'm not going to do that next quest yet. I'm going to go and do my job quest first.
I need to go slay something called a Galagos.
Ah, little monkeys.
Oh. I'll have no compassion for their loss.
Damned monkeys.
Monkeys dicks.
Like, they use the same model as the monkeys from Final Fantasy XI, and I remember farming magic fruit off of them as Blue Mage.
Huh.
Actually, that was pretty easy. I think I got that one on my first one. The one that killed me was Wild Carrot. That was brutal. All these job quests would be much simplified if they weren't so ridiculously convoluted.
I don't mind.
There's Doge. I need to kill Doge. Or not Doge. Wild jackals. Still got real curious as to why they nerfed Carbuncle so hard.
I do not know.
Like, comparatively, my auto attack where I just smack things with my book does more damage than Carbuncle's Gust.
Oof.
Don't know why I have the thing. Let's just put some dots on this fool.
Oh. These things are ugly as sin.
Yep. That they are. And Rosalings. They're in the next area. Seriously, BDSM gear and lingerie. It's even got the little sheer veil. And I seen one earlier. I was trying to figure out what the hell she was wearing, and it was the starting racial gear. And boy, was that thong high up in there. Like Homer Simpson style. I don't know where they're going, but I hope they're going someplace good. Deep.
Jeebus.
And yet Square Enix doesn't want to make races that are sexualized.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Particularly, they don't want to make young-looking races for fear that they would be sexualized. Meanwhile, Lalafell be over here like, what?
Yes.
That's for the Loves of Swift Perch, which I don't need to do yet. Oh,
All
return to
right.
the Arcanist Guild.
What's this stupid quest? What does it offer?
I'm very curious as to why teleporting costs money, or is that just the guild that falls out of your pocket as you travel through the ether?
I don't know.
Ow.
Speaking of returning, I mean,
Yeah, return could be
it,
on a shorter recast.
but I mean, it's essentially the same way it works with Star Trek, right? You're broken down into particles and reformed.
It's not really fully explained.
Now, going by the description, it
Like, I think it works on a similar principle.
let's see, reduce your body to ether.
Yeah, you convert it into energy, sucked through the fucking Wi-Fi network, and dropped out the other side.
So essentially, each time I teleport, I'm dying and being remade.
Pretty much.
Joy.
Okay, that's where I want to go. My brain just shut off a little bit. Whee!
All right. Investigate the
Majestic.
Wayne and defeat the creatures that appear.
The majestic Gooboo.
Oh, where's this? Middle
Occasionally
Lanosia.
picks up and eats a mandragora. There's also a running gag with a lot of the minions that a lot of them like to eat Lalafels. Like, not just minions, but some boss battle fates.
You know, would the flesh be soft and tender? I mean,
They're kind of plump and squishy looking.
just saying that marinated, and holy shit, yes, it is bondage gear. Holy fuck.
Yep.
Just seems with some good Valentine ardor, just wander around and
I'm surprised we're not seeing a lot of them role-playing as dominatrixes.
don't give them ideas.
And cutscene. I am Forcier Kilaya of Melvan's Gate. You cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peekers. Gobby spit uplander nosy eyes on Stabbyirons. Okay. A predictably aggressive response, very well. Manny, remember that what we discussed. Kill the bitches. Angry about fish. Got it.
So they don't want to sexualize races, but they want to sexualize gear.
Like, I really think the no sexualizing thing boat has sailed and sank. And is now, collecting rust at the bottom of the sea. But, I think it was specifically that they didn't want younger looking races to be sexualized. Like, my question is, since they've already got the armors and everything, and they don't really need to spend money on textures and animations, why not just make some of the other beast races playable?
Really?
Like, why not, let us play as a goblin? Or let us play as a, lizard person or a bird person. I don't understand why that's not on the table.
Goblins are those like big nose things, right?
Yeah, they're wearing masks. They got the floppy ears and the backpacks. I'm fighting a bunch of them right now.
I think I like the western goblins better. You know, the green-skinned, hooked noses.
Yeah. The ones that need to be slain.
Yes.
I must formulate a new tactic. The battlefield is yours. That's for everybody then. Wonder how MP is going to be to manage now that they've changed the way it works. They super simplified that too.
Ugh.
Like you start out with, what is it, 10,000 MP, 10,000 SP. I haven't actually played a job with SP since the change, so I don't know.
So it seems like I can play this game blind.
Um, well, apparently every fucking... they've all been simplifying the game, every expansion, it looks like. Like, you used to
Let's see
have
if there's a...
cross-class skills. Like, if you leveled up Pugilist, you could get internal release on another, like, damage class, which increases your ability to deal critical hits.
Oh, fucking hell.
Nicely done. You done good. Tactics. I like to enhance my strengths, and I'm angry at fish.
Why didn't they just create a one-hit kill button?
Like,
As
the,
you
the
said.
days the days where you're just pushing a button and watching a number go up are getting closer and closer.
Yeah.
Like, every once in a while you push the button and a loot box will pop out. But you can always buy more loot boxes for just the low, low price of $9.99. I mean, surprise mechanics for the low, low price of $9.99. They're very fun and ethical. Super ethical. It's a super ethical smiley fun time.
I like how nobody's taking EA shit.
That is pretty entertaining. I will get a new coat, I think.
What's that mean? What's that mean if loot boxes are surprise loot
If
surprise
loot boxes are surprise mechanics, then piracy is a surprise discount.
Oh yes. Uh,
Okay. How are you on your quest to become choppier?
Killing plane striders.
Huh. What the hell are
Slowly
plane
but surely.
striders? Oh, the lizards.
Oh Jesus Christ! Stop appearing.
I mean, I haven't done every single job quest in this game 7 times over.
Oh wait, I'm I'm done. I was killing somebody else's. All right.
As you do. Now to take a pause for 5 seconds or so. Let my headset crack and crash.
Where the fuck? Sky high.
Good? A cat in
Felt like
bondage gear just ran by with in the free company Big D's.
big what?
Big D's.
Oh boy.
Alrighty then. I am just gonna move a little bit this way, this direction.
Ah. I don't like how I can't jump across fences. If I want to kill myself, potentially, I will.
Yeah, there's not a lot of places you can leap to your doom in this. 'Tis truly tragic.
I get new pants though.
Fancy pants.
We'll see. They're not that bad.
I got a new shirt, which makes me look like I belong in a fishing village. I should be working on a boat, or cleaning fish, or repairing nets. I do like my horns.
Should I go for that quest or not?
Which quest?
Courier for a day?
Courier for a day?
Yes.
I don't know what that is.
Wait, what did the quest mean with the little flames coming off?
If they've got the little flames coming off, I think there are like main scenario quests or like important side quests. No, wait. If they've got the flames coming off, I think they're main scenario quests.
Ah.
If they've got an exclamation point with a plus sign, they're important side quests.
Alright. Just gonna go around this fate here.
Courier for a day, though? Oh, did you do Sky High?
Yes.
Ah, that's what it is.
I'm being followed.
Did you-
Level 13 Jack. I could take them on. What
Did
the
you
hell?
wrap up your job quest?
Not yet. I was gonna hand that in.
Ah,
This shouldn't take too long. I mean, they're just some boots I want.
fancy shoes.